Yes, this is a very painful thing to go through, but it is a skill that is required if you want to have success as a day trader, swing trader from a big picture point of view. Right up front, I want you to know I'm not going to be sitting here and preaching to you and lecturing to you in theory with, I read in a book once and I think this is how it's supposed to work. Nothing like that. I'm going to show you and use a real life example from my personal trading that illustrates this skill that, while painful, is definitely going to be required and puts you in a bizarre type of way, a much better spot to be in. So to set up the context of this trade that you're about to see, I am going short a stock, meaning I want to see prices go down and I will make money. As a beginner, that can be a weird concept to hear, but yes, believe it or not, you can make money when prices are going down. Once more, that is going short a stock or shorting a stock. So I want to see prices go down because if they go up, that is a bad thing. So with that being said, let's see how this trade plays out. All right, watching Marnar here in short at 136. Looking for this thing to pick up some momentum here to the downside. I got a bigger spread on this than what I had ideally wanted to see. So took off half there just because of the spread. Yeah, shame on me. Should have caught that. And that's exactly why. Let's see if this thing does want to come back down. Just bounced right now, so it hasn't done anything wrong per se. I mean, it's annoying, sure, but test the big bounce. So maybe we can get some sort of move here. Back to 136. Can it break back below it? Just a waiting game right now. All right, I got to get out there. And yeah, that one spread totally got me. Yeah, not pleasant at all. A $787 loss. And it is painful. I would be a liar to sit here and say, and when you take a loss as a trader, it doesn't sting. There's no pain associated with it. No, it is going to be painful. It is going to be an unpleasant experience. But you got to be able to do it. You have to be able to take the loss, to cut that loss. And I realize that it's not fun at all, but you gotta do it. So now let's do a little follow-up. Let's play what if I didn't take that loss? What if I wasn't disciplined? What if I didn't deploy this, painful skill by taking that loss? What would have happened? Let's take a look. So I got out right at 139.30, meaning that if the price goes up from that point, that $787 loss would be getting bigger and bigger. So that's the context here. Got out, and then what happens if I had not gotten out? Well, that is the candle where I did get out, and you saw that in the video. It started to go against me, and I just hopped out. So now every dollar up above 139.30, it goes against me. Because I still had 250 shares left, that means I would be losing an extra $250. And you can see here that things right there looking okay. Maybe is the price going to come down? But no. You can see up it went, and yeah, up it went even more. Now, I'm not going to sit here and, do the game where I pick the exact worst case scenario by saying, okay, let's say I got out up there. But let's just play it conservative. I mean, this thing went up over 150 and actually, I believe hit 151 not that much later. But let's just say I got out at 149.50. What does that look like? Well, again, to walk you through the math, if I got out and finally kind of waved the white flag at 149.50 because I held and hoped and eventually you got to just get out. And I originally got out at 139.30. That means I would have gotten out $10.20 above where I originally got out in the real world. But remember, we're playing the hypothetical game. What happens if I didn't get out? So because that would have been an extra loss and I still had 250 shares, I have to multiply that by 250. And you're looking at $2,500. So think about that. $2,500 loss compared to 787. That's a pretty big difference, right? It is, and rhetorical question, but do you see how things can quickly spin out of control? Now, yes, I realize, and maybe you're saying, but Clay, when I just hold and I wait, the price will come back in my favor. And you know what? Yeah, a lot of times that does happen. But as you just saw, this is not some sort of me cherry picking example. This literally could have happened to me. Had I not cut that loss, I could have been looking at a $2,500 loss, if not even more. Because remember, I'm playing this conservative and I'm not picking the peak of where the price, eventually went. So yeah, 2,500 could have been even bigger, but even playing it more conservative, I mean, you're looking at $2,500 loss, which is absolutely crazy compared to a $787 loss. But here's the cool thing, and I mentioned this back in the video, beginning of the video, it kept me in a weird spot. And the weird spot was that I actually got green on the day. But the kind of the mind-blowing part is I didn't even trade that well the rest of the day. I still made some mistakes. I had some trades that kind of went my way, but not really yet. Well, let me just show you what the end of the results of that day turned out to be. So as you see here on the screen, those are my end of day results. mRNA, the reason why that loss got smaller was because I did take another trade on it. It was a winning trade. So it didn't wipe away the entire loss, but it did take a chunk out of it. And then I made a couple other trades where, like I said, nothing huge, but that is the point. And the point is, I didn't make any massive trades. I didn't have any sort of huge winners, but I just took a trade here, took a trade there, and then all of a sudden, I closed up $50 on the day. But let's go back. What happens if I had a $2,500 or bigger hole facing me? I'm still really red on the day. And that's just, that's not where we want to be. So as painful as it is, cut the loss. Clay, I listen to your videos. I watch all your videos. Why are you always talking about this topic? Why are you always showing these sorts of trades? Because it is the most important thing to show. I understand. It is fun. It is way more exciting to show big winning trades, to show green, to show making money. I get it. I've been around long enough to know which videos really catch fire. But at the same time, I also know that these are the concepts that matter the most. So are they going to get the most views? They're not. But you know what? It is what it is because I want people to say, Clay, yeah, I probably watched it too many of the big green days, but it was your videos where you got annoying about it because you're always showing these sorts of days where you got to cut the loss. So if I can scare you, if I can motivate you into just taking that painful skill, developing it, and taking that loss, just realize that big picture wise, you're putting yourself in a much better spot. So I hope this helps. I realize, like I said, for you long-term viewers, not anything new that I've talked about on the channel before, but it's probably something that I want to continue to talk about because it is so important. So if you enjoy these videos, even if you know the concept, please hit that like button, leave a comment below. If you have not yet hit that subscribe button, I'd love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. But yeah, get out there and develop this painful but very powerful skill. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.